Hello there, nieces and nephews. This is your Uncle Bill. Welcome to another week of camping. This week we're covering a packing system, SCWOD, a acronym which I just came up with, which stands for size, color, weight, objectives, destination. Objectives, SCWOD. Yes, crazy acronym. The first one is size. You always have to take into consideration the size of what you're packing, the limitations of size that you can have, and what you're going to put it in. Here's an example. Uncle Bill has done thousands of miles canoe camping. What did we use? We used this duffel. As a matter of fact, this is the very same duffel that traveled with me thousands of miles down the Attawabascat River. Trevor. Anyways, it's a water-resistant canvas duffel which fit everything that I needed for the whole summer. What was that? 4 shirts, 1 pair of shorts, 1 pair of long pants, equivalent underwear, my sleeping bag, ground cloth, air mattress, and a radio, and a few other things too. Size. I also use this for several trips across country. Now, later on, let's fast forward. Let's go to when I was in the military. This was one of the time where size is really important. I was flying back home from my parents' house. I decided, let's max out on the airlines. At the time, airlines they were a little less strict. You could have, your first bag could be 70 pounds, your second bag could be 60 pounds, and then after that, 50 pounds, and more generous in size too. I brought my whole stereo system back with me from the East Coast on American Airlines, as a matter of fact. I think it was 72 inches and that your height restriction was. It was something ridiculously large. I had, no kidding, each one, my first bag was like 68 pounds. My second bag, because I had 2 Genesis 2 speakers that I was bringing also, those bags weighed at least 50 pounds each. Now, there was a girl going to college. She had maybe 5 or 6 bags. They were all little itty bitty things, boxes, not organized. She ended up having to pay. Uncle Bill paid nothing. Also, on today's airlines, you bring something that's too big, they might not even take it. One last thing, really quick. I rode the bus on Greyhound recently to Vid Summit. Woohoo! I loved Vid Summit. You needed to have your bag about yay thin. And I'll show you more later on with that when we get into systems. But I had a way to take 2 bags and stack them so that I had them about yay big. And what I would do is I just took them apart when I needed to put them up into the overhead. It worked! Knowing what size you can get away with and your limitations and restrictions are important. This was my first travel cube that I owned. I loved it. You notice how it's a little blends in? We have a lot of light here right now, and it's against my olive bedspread. Now, this is a blue color, which I really liked until I went camping with it. Inside a tent, anything that is close to the color of a tent is almost invisible when it gets dark. For that reason, I choose fuchsia. Much easier. Which one could you find quicker? Now, the blue stands out fairly well today, but if you dull down the light a little bit, it gets a little tougher to see, doesn't it? Where's that blue? And even more so with my duffel bags. Now, duffel bags are big, so they have that advantage. But you notice how they just do not stand out at all. One way to make your duffel bag stand out, or any piece of luggage, is to write on it. This one has a little bit of writing, whereas this one had a lot of bit of writing on it. Now, one more is my black suitcase. Well, same thing here, but you want to make it so that it stands out. Stands out over there. Uncle Bill's luggage. When you're on the carousel, people are less likely to grab your luggage when it has your name on it. This bag is easier to find too because it is red. Here's purple, which is a little harder. When you pick a luggage, it's good to get a color that stands out. The blue does not stand out near as much as fuchsia or red, or when we're talking packing cubes, Uncle Bill's got a whole bunch of them. This is part of my system. Go for bright colors. There you go, colors. Talking about weight. When Uncle Bill went to Vid Summit, I had two bags. One was this Tortuga bag. Other one was a backpack because I didn't know how much I was going to be using my laptop. I used this backpack extensively the first day. I took the two backpacks and I lashed them together. The weight, however, when I came back, when you took both these backpacks into consideration, this is what I was talking about. They're too wide to fit lashed together into the overhead. By themselves, they fit. There we go. Sideways, this fits by itself. Together, they weighed 40 pounds. I had no choice. I had to carry both at the same time because I was riding the bus. 40 pounds might not sound like a lot to some. To others, it might sound like a whole bunch. To Uncle Bill, after a while, it did sound like a whole bunch. I'll get into that later because we still have order and distance to cover. This is weight. You have to take into consideration not only your weight limitations of both your carrier and the person carrying. For me, 40 pounds, I was pushing it after half a mile of walking. When I got off the final bus to get to Vid Summit, I had to walk 3/4 of a mile with my 40-pound pack. If it was heavier, it would have been more of a journey for me. Weight is very important. That needs to be part of your consideration when packing to go anywhere. You have to consider weight. It doesn't matter if you're carrying it, if your car's carrying it, if somebody else is carrying it. You have to consider how much you're bringing. Order is the most important thing. Without order, nothing works. This is a Tortuga backpack. I use packing cubes, and I'm going to show you a little bit about my system, my own personal system. Uncle Bill, unfortunately, because I have sleep apnea, I have to carry a CPAP machine. This actually is a portable CPAP machine, nice and orange. We bring that. I won't forget that because it's orange. Plus, I leave it in my pack that I have packed, ready to go. This is an e-bag. It's fuchsia. Uncle Bill wasn't kidding when I said fuchsia is my favorite color. And it's e-bags number 1. I can write and take an inventory of what's in this bag. Right now I have one long sleeve shirt and one gray long pair of pants. Socks and underwear. Always pack one more day, up to 4 days of socks and underwear for a trip. The reason why I say 4 days, because after 4 days you better find some place to wash your clothes. Always nice to have a laundry bag. This is a small laundry bag, folds out, and there's a laundry bag. This was an extra pair of earphones, headset for my phone just in case I lose it. And it's a lot easier to find this blue bag than it is to find these black headphones, even though they have small pink fittings on the outside of them. I have, flip her around here, various other things. Glasses case for my glasses. If you haven't noticed, Uncle Bill loves packing cubes. Part of keeping order is having a system. With packing cubes, it makes it so much easier to keep a system. As a matter of fact, I put packing cubes in my dresser so that I can keep that in order. I was talking about putting the bags together. This is a line lashing kit, which I also bring with me. This one kit more than covers what this old tump line used to do. This is my leather tump line that I used to use canoe camping. Go this way. You can see it's big, it's bulky, it's made out of leather, it's very nostalgic, and it works. This is light, this is sleek, this is very high tech, and it works. This is what I use to, this is by Sea and Summit. This one lashing gear will hold up to 300 pounds. And as you can see, it's very thin, it's 3/8 of an inch. And I went around my packs, woo, where'd we go? Went around my packs to tie them together. I have pink shot cord in here too, something to cut it with. Doesn't look like it, but there's a razor inside of there just in case I need it. And I am forgetting the one thing that, there was one that I just recently purchased. It wasn't, unfortunately I couldn't get it in fuchsia, or I did get it in a bright blue color. This is by Well Traveled. I bought a toilet kit from them a while back, and that toilet kit is part of my order. This is the toilet kit. As a matter of fact, I think I showed this on Monday. I didn't like it when I first got it and have grown to love it. I can fit my electric shaver here, my mouth guard, which I also need because I grind my teeth at night, and my electric toothbrush right here. Works fine. The zippers make it easy to find. They have a compression packing cubes that they have developed, and I was curious. They work well, actually. So you have double the width of the cube, the normal width of the cube, more than double actually. You zip this zipper around to make it compress and get thinner, just like that. It helps if you push down, but that is a system by itself. And I'm looking for the little cards. These cards, I haven't even opened it up. Let me open it up real quick here. Maybe not so quick. Helps if you have fingernails, and Uncle Bill does not. Oh, come on, you. On one side it says belongs to, and then on the other side you have a list of what you have inside your packing cube. I don't even know if that focuses because I can't see it. Then for each one of your packing cubes, this is the small set. I got it for $25. Has a laundry bag, not quite as small as the laundry bag that I showed you. A larger compression cube. These are all compression packing cubes. A medium-sized one, and then a small one. This one actually fits 4 pairs of underwear and 4 pairs of socks. The labels fit. If you want a cheaper version of a compression cube, what you can do is take an expansion suitcase, expand out your zipper. You're not going to get quite as much. This is only a couple inches, but a couple inches can make a lot of difference. Have somebody sit on your suitcase just like in the movies, run your zipper all the way back around, and then you have a compression suitcase. It can work. Trust me. Would I lie? Anyways, it does work. It helps to take an inventory of whatever you're packing. That way you can make sure that you bring it back, or you account for the fact that you gave it away or lost. there you have it. Order. How to have order. The last one on our acronym, SCWOD, is distance. That is also destination, because like say, for example, if you're bringing plastic luggage to Antarctica, it might not be that great of an idea because it might crack and break. So you have to take that into consideration for what you are packing your items into. Your luggage has to match. Also distance, how far are you going to carry whatever you are bringing, or roll it, or will it roll? Unfortunately, my daughter had my Samsonite luggage, which I paid almost close to $500 for back in the 80s. Back in the 90s when she took it on a trip back east, unfortunately, the rollers fell apart. I was so embarrassed. Distance for both your baggage and for you. For example, I consciously decided how long I could carry my luggage when I went to Vid Summit. I packed this. This is my bug out bag. It weighs about 25 pounds. And if you don't know what a bug out bag is, it is a bag that you bug out with. It's got cooking gear in there, sleeping, and a tent, and a sleeping bag, all in this bag. It's something that I can carry because it doesn't weigh very much. I also took into consideration, as I live in Southern California, it's not really geared for winter. If I have to bug out in winter, I'm in trouble. But I will deal with it because I don't anticipate having to bug out, period. But I'm ready just in case. Always good to be prepared. Part of SCWOD, order. Order and destination. There you have it, folks. A little bit longer than I expected. SCWOD, size, color, weight, order, and destination. Your packing system. Now, it could have, instead of order, I was thinking while I was filming this, adaptability, because you also have to be adaptable when you are packing for whatever event you're packing for. Many times you might be asked as you're going out the door, "Oh, Uncle Bill, I don't think you should be wearing that." Well, that's part of adaptability. Change. Love you all. Make every day this side of the dirt great. Have fun. Stay COVID safe. I love you all. Bye-bye.